The scenario we're going to be playing today is called Fire Support. It is number 4 from the 2015 package, and in this one it has Kill Box. You need 5 points to win. You get 1 for dominating the friendly flag. You get 1 control point for controlling the enemy flag, and you can dominate also for 2, but it's being contested by the enemy objective, which you can also destroy for 1 point. Hey there, this is Malorian, and this will be another War Machine Battle Report. On the left, we're going to have Curtis running his Khador and a Tier 4 Butcher list. Meanwhile, on the right, we're going to have Kieran and his Trollbloods, who's going to be going with Jarl. Currently, I'm setting up my flags there. They're from Rothan Studio. Love those things. But yeah, really interesting lists on both sides. On the left is going to be Butcher, like we said, running 2 Devastators and a War Dog. There'll be 2 units of the Black Dragon Pikemen with UAs each. They'll each also have a Kovnik following them, then a Max Ulans, and they'll have their little Kovnik buddy as well. Meanwhile, on the right side, the Trollbloods is going to be Jarl with Mulligan and Axer, and also the Rune Bearer. There'll also be the Rune Shapers. There'll be the Champions with a Scaldi and also a Champion Hero. Janissa is going to be hanging around there. There's also going to be the Fenblades with their UA, and also a Fellcaller. So, really in this one here, looking at from the very start, it could be a real bad one for Jarl. He likes to kind of shoot down weak casters and pick away at things, but the Butcher list here is really fast. Part of the tier is they get +1 to go first. They're also going to get an advanced move here as well. So they get across the board very, very quickly. I mean, what you're seeing right now, this is just their advanced move. So they're going to get to go quick from there as well. But man, basically now the Kovniks are going up. They're doing a little shield order thing. So they're in shield wall and this far up. So turn 1, they're this far up in shield wall. So this is what I'm talking about, where this Butcher list is really fast. In fact, he made a little bit of a mistake here where he didn't allocate any focus to his Devastators, so they can't run this turn. But yeah, this is pretty damn fast. Ulan's going to the top, so they're going to try and cause some issues up there. But otherwise, Butcher going up there, really camping everything, and then passing the turn. So now we're on to the Trolls, and they're going to have to try and figure out what they want to be doing here. Putting Quicken onto the Fenblades at the bottom, that's going to help them out. Janissa going up, doing a wall, you know, hoping to get some work out of that. I mean, the Ulans do ignore the wall and can charge right over it. But here, Jarl getting some work done and taking a couple of pistol shots, taking down 1. But I mean, this is can turn into a real grinder, especially because Butcher has that good old Iron Flesh. So trying to kill them before they got big defense, a lot of help. Meanwhile, right now, the Fenblades with Quicken are really getting up there really quick. Again, just trying to slow things down. Because of that, he probably should have gotten a little bit more into the face with the Fenblade that's to the bottom of the pikeman. You just got to really get in there. Meanwhile, he has the Rune Shapers moving up. They're really probably just tempting the Ulans to come in so that Mull can go after them. But really, that's the turn there. And now it's going to be back to Khador. And, I mean, this is where it could be bad, where Khador charging in now can really take a lot of ground. So, he's going to be starting here, and he's not going to be charging. He's going to stay with Shield Wall because, you know, it makes sense. Both of his units will also be going for their Iron Zeal mini-feat this turn, and taking some stabs at the Fenblades, killing some off, and really just trying to gain this position around this flag down here. It really looks like all they're going to have to deal with is just these Fenblades, and if they grind it out correctly, all of a sudden they could be going after and scoring on this side. Meanwhile, the other pikemen really doing their thing, you know, getting to go up faster because they're Kovnik. And, I mean, look how much of the board they're taking up already. You have the Devastators getting up there, Iron Flesh are going on to the pikemen on the top, and then the Ulans do their thing, and they kind of, you know, pull a quick one here, and they're going and flanking. So whereas I kind of expected where, I mean, they're being tempted to charge in, no, they're sweeping around the flank, as well as their Kovnik as well. So we're now on to the second turn for the Troll Bloods, and we're doing a little bit of vengeancing here, but between the, the Iron Zeal and all that, it's going to be very difficult for those Fen Blades to kill them, unless they're charging. I mean, they need 7s to hit, so I mean, it's a coin flip whether you'll hit them either way, and then I believe they need to roll 11 or a 12 to kill them. So, yeah, not looking that great, and of course, after that, after you got all the charges done, those pikemen are really going to have their way. Alright, so he's going to start trying to grind away at the pikemen at the top. Remember, they have the really high defense because they're iron-fleshed. And so they're having the champion hero going first, try and do some damage there. I believe he killed one. Axer's going to go in there. He's going to do a Thresher. The nice thing there is you get to roll against everything. But again, you're needing to roll pretty high. So he's going to be boosting on a couple of these to make sure he kills something. But even then, he only managed to kill one. So really, the grind is not going well for the troll players so far. Now the champions are going, and at least with their 2 attacks each, if you roll enough dice, you're going to hit eventually. And I mean, these guys are weapon masters, so they should kill whatever they hit. But again, you still have to roll it out because that Iron Zeal and Shield Wall really does a lot for you for getting that armor up there as well. So you can see there that after all those attacks, really did not kill that much. Jarl doing his thing now, and he's going to try and shoot down a couple. So he shoots, and he's going to boost a hit, boost damage, and he is going to be able to kill one, and then he's going to Swift Hunter back. Now, this is going to be a big mistake, because Swift Huntering back is going to kill box him. So that's not the way that he really wanted to do this. He is popping feet here and putting these out, but I mean, it was just a simple little mistake there. We're going back and doing that. I mean, he was trying to get a little bit of distance away, and sometimes you're just so used to wanting to do that when it comes up to these times where it is kill box, you just forget, and it was really close. But either way, Mulg's going in there, and he's trying to kill a few guys, but again, he's needing to boost a hit, and he's not exactly rolling the best sometimes. The Rune Shaper is really just moving up to try and take some shots, doing a tiny bit of damage, but really just trying to be there to be in the way. And trying to buy some time. Janisha putting in a wall just to kind of block some real estate. And next we're going to be going to the Fen Blades. And they're going to be going in there too. Now, they're not going to get tons of damage done. They're going to kill a couple of guys. But one of the things that really hurt is that this turn was roughly about 25 minutes. So it really ate up a lot of the troll player's clock. Now, we are also trying the blind death clock. The death clock is actually turned around. This is kind of an alternate we're trying to the 15-second turn minimum. And so he doesn't even really know how much time he's spending. So that could be a factor of why he took longer than normal. And now we're measuring out that kill box. And yep, that's going to be 2 points for Khador already. So that's really bad. Because like we said, Khador is kind of up there in really controlling. And now look at this. The Ulans not committing again. They're swinging around. And now Jarl is in massive trouble. Having those guys behind them, really, really bad news. And meanwhile, while he can threaten assassination, the Khador player can really push on the bottom of the screen and really try and go in there and score just the points you need from the bottom. I mean, you only need 3 more points, so a dominate and destroy the objective, and it's over. So he's drawing in here, and he's going to try and do some attacks. While in those clouds from the feet, he is at -2 to hit, so that's a little bit of an issue, but luckily his pikemen do have combined melee, so it's kind of evening out. Does a little bit of damage. The Oolong Kovnik had gone up at the top, killed the Rune Shaper. The other Kovniks here moving up, trying to do their thing. A little bit stabs at these Fen Blades. And really, the Khador player is in a very comfortable position here. He can just slowly grind and try and get the assassination on the bottom. And if nothing else, he has a pretty good setup here for the assassination as well. So the Khador player, really, really good spot here. Probably one of the things he has to make sure to do is not set himself up where he can be assassinated. And he was pretty aggressive here. As you can see, the Devastators ran up. Butcher is right there, camping 4, I believe. And maybe, I mean, if Jarl can kill him, maybe he can pull something off here. But again, it's not like it's that easy to kill Butcher. One of the things I was wondering about is, I mean, if you could kill the dog with like a spray or something, then the Axer could slam the Devastator into him to knock him down, bind attack on him. Jarl could take some shots, but even that's not really a guaranteed thing. But really, given how bad things are looking for the troll player here, it might be their best bet. Now again, the troll player took a lot of time here trying to decide what to do because things were getting a little bit desperate, and he actually thought that the best way to go was actually to go for scenario back. And what he's going to be doing is putting supremacy up onto himself so that he's going to be able to basically move up, shoot, Swift Hunter, shoot, Swift Hunter, and then supremacy into the flag. Mulg is going to need to destroy the objective, and he's going to need to kill that one Kovnik that's on the flag. But if he can do that, he can get 3 points himself, and then hopefully can just contest so that if he does not get killed next turn, then all of a sudden he can try winning that way. So it's kind of a ballsy way to go, but again, you know, maybe the odds of that are better than going for assassination. So currently he's just trying to kill the pikemen who are up there and try and clear a path. They are going to fail a command test, actually. So all of a sudden, he doesn't need to really even worry about those pikemen because they're not contesting because of how they broke. Champion's taking a few free strikes here. Scaldy dies to a free strike, and a regular champ dies to a free strike too, so that really kind of hurt. But again, they're not key to the plan. But either way, I think we're on to Jarl's important one now. So he's going to move up, and he's going to be shooting first the one model just to get the first Swift Hunter. So shooting the banner here, I believe. And if he's going to boost hit, boost damage. Sorry, he shot a different model, but he Swift Hunters up. And now he decides to shoot the Kovnik. And he's going to need a boosted 8 to kill. And he's going to roll a 7. So as soon as you rolled that 7, he knew he was in a lot of trouble. The whole idea of going for scenario is now off the table. Jarl is in a very, very bad spot. And now he's just going to try and survive. Mulg is going to try and get to himself to a safe spot. He's going to try and slow down the Ulans. And really, like I say, just trying to be in a spot where maybe next turn Mulg can get onto Butcher. But yeah, I mean, missing that shot really, really took the winds out of the Trollkin sails. I mean, things were going bad enough, and now he's really in a bad spot. So Janissa putting up a wall, taking up some real estate. Some of the models running around because you can't just go and charge past those rune shapers. So trying to do that stuff. Now he's going with the Fen Blades. They're trying to hack away, do a little bit of damage, but again, it's not really going very well. Lots of misses, lots of failures to get the armor, and that turn again took up a lot of time. So now we're on to Butcher's turn. He is measuring, seeing where he can charge. The Kovnik, there's a proxy base there, but he's going to be charging in there, trying to kill Janissa with his reach, but failing, just doing a couple of points. And I believe now he's going to be looking to charge in. Sorry, he walks over with the Oolong Kovnik. Just takes a little stab and I think kills one model there. Otherwise, the pikemen are going to go and they're going to keep on grinding away. Because, again, if he just kills these guys and kills the objective and, you know, all that fun stuff, he's just going to score 3 points and win. So, meanwhile, he has one Devastator that goes up and he's going to explode and you know, open up to do that, but hopefully kill off some of these champions, do some damage here. And he is. If you notice, the Troll Blood player is going to be failing a lot of toughs here, so really unfortunate for him. So either way, Devastator in his grill, kill off some of the champions. Other Devastator just kind of pushing things away and just kind of being in the way there. Meanwhile, Butcher trying to do his thing as well, attacking the objective and destroying it, then buying attacks on these other two Fen Blades. But you're going to realize that there's going to be a model at the very bottom, and he's contesting. And he has no other attacks to kill him now. He can't even do an obliterate. He has only 3 focus, so he's not going to win by scenario. Butcher is showing his back, so he's going to have to kind of make sure to get the Ulans in there just to jam things up and try and do as much damage as possible. Unfortunately, this one Rune Shaper here is really holding them up, where, you know, they're failing their impact hits, and so they can't continue on past. But really what's going to be happening from this is he's going to be killing off the Chronicler, I believe. Oh, sorry, it's the Rune Bearer, I think it's called, and then also the Rune Shaper. So both of those are taken off. Ulan's not really doing the damage that, you know, you kind of think what they would be doing. But now we're going to be back to the Troll Blood player, And yeah, he's going to be failing a frenzy test with his Axer. Axer taking a big chunk out of one of his own guys, and that was deathclock. He only had about a minute left at the start of his turn, and honestly, things were not looking good regardless. So, kind of an interesting game. Again, I think the Butcher player had the advantage from the get-go, being that they had that speed advantage, given that it's also kill box, forcing Jarl to get up there. The kill box, again, putting the pressure on because of that accidental kill boxing. And I think normally if you saw this matchup, you'd be going for a different list. But either way, you know, it was a good game to see, and hopefully you guys liked watching it too. So, catch you later. Bye.